Good morning, happy Thursday, and welcome back to the You Good podcast, the podcast where oversharing is encouraged and the thoughts get real. I am your host, C Rod, and today on deck, we are going to be breaking down some moments that maybe we keep off of social media. We're going to be tackling things like, does alone time or people time actually recharge you? And we'll kind of end it with something that we call a confession session, or our guilty pleasures that we don't really talk about until now. So let's get into it.
I don't wanna live where I always feel broken. I just wanna live with a heart wide open. I don't ever wanna feel fear anymore. No.
Happy Thursday and good morning, Nick. Welcome back, buddy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
It's been an interesting week, coming off the heels of one of our best episodes yet. This is the first time that you and I are back to being alone in probably the last 3 or 4 episodes. So it's nice to kind of have our own little safe space back.
Yes. It's I like having the guests, but yeah, no, it's been a while since it's just been us doing this. So yeah, no, I kind of missed it.
Yeah, it
Sure.
makes everything just a little bit more hectic. But
Yeah.
it's nice to not be every episode where we kind of step back and get back to us.
Yeah, no, this is I like this a lot. Not a lot better, but it feels like home.
I wanted to open up today's episode in a little different fashion, right? Episode 10, here we are. I guess it's a milestone, it's a marker, our first double-digit episode, and I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of free reign. And for the people who don't know how this, works behind the scenes, there is some planning into our episodes. We're not just winging it. We're not just going in blind. It's not fully scripted, but we do like to put together an episode guide or a plan. And I wanted to give Nick the freedom, not just as a co-host, but kind of behind the scenes producer-esque style of formulating today's segments or formulating today's episode guide. Well, one of the things that he wanted to prompt, not only to himself, to me, but also to the listeners, is not a mental health check-in today, but more of what's your mindset by the music, the song. What song do you have on repeat? I think it's a continuation of where we talked about last episode with Rex Azarius about how music can be how you're feeling. It can kind of be your soul. And let me ask you, with that being said, Nick, what song do you have on repeat today or this week, and what's been your kind of groovy style lately?
On it hasn't been really just one thing. It's my Discover Weekly on my Spotify, but if I had to put one one song, Do Me Right, Vintage Trouble.
Me right.
Yeah, my Spotify procures like a lot of funk, a lot of like jazz stuff. So
Yeah.
I've been yeah. So that's normally what I get on like a daily basis. Some jazzy feels. So that's I just went through my like what I've been playing and like most recent. So
What's the Do Me Right by who?
Vintage Trouble.
Vintage Trouble. Was that our jazz band? 2018. Never heard of them.
I mean, most
Jazz
people won't hear them.
Or like emo, like rock.
Honestly, this one's probably that was. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, most of the time it's this one's probably. I honestly don't know.
All right. Always an interesting choice. Always out of left and right field with music for you. You seem to be a man of many taste that has a grand scheme of music.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's mostly Spotify's just throwing this stuff at me, which I'm thankful for.
Yeah, but my Spotify is like nursery rhymes and Baby Shark and all that shit. When
So
I get
yeah,
like my
what's you?
recapped, it's like 100+ minutes listened to nursery rhymes. I'm like, oh, great. I don't get offered new music by my actual taste because my kids have taken over what my Spotify actually is. But
Yeah, no, I pay for the family one so I don't have to I don't ever have to do that.
share it with
I don't have to ruin my algorithm.
yeah. Well, for me, I actually ended up seeing Katy Perry last Friday night. Katy Perry with Rebecca Black, which it turns out Callie had no idea who Rebecca Black was, and it turns out a lot of people are not familiar with the song Friday, which is insane to me. You know Rebecca Black, Friday.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
yeah. When you posted that, I was like, "What? Yeah, the song is this." And she doesn't know who that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
She's
like,
"Oh,
"What?"
I have no idea." Well, it turns out that Rebecca Black is now crazy hot, and she's like a sexy EDM song maker now, kind of like
Okay.
on that, kind of like Lady Gaga too. It seems like she's very open about LGBTQ, and I guess that's why she was paired with Katy Perry. You know, also a big LGBTQ supporter and also a California girl. But Rebecca Black has definitely grown up, and now she's like some crazy, weird EDM music, a lot of sexual innuendo, and a lot of very small mini skirts are involved. You know, so
Oh
I
wow.
couldn't complain. It was a good time. But I've
Okay.
been blasting Katy Perry Firework because, one, I love that song. And it just so happens that I just saw her concert on Friday night, and that was her closing song was Fireworks, and she rode this big butterfly, and there were fireworks and things popping. What a show she put on. So my choice is Katy Perry Fireworks.
There you go. Yeah,
First,
no, I mean that's solid.
for,
I mean, I had that on repeat forever. I mean, that was
it's a great
one of
song.
Sam's favorites. So yeah.
I mean, at 40 years old, going through a divorce and going through all the legal shit she's going through, she still put on a hell of a show. She said that it was her first world tour in like 8 years, and she got after it. It sucked because she was like probably 30 minutes late, but other than that, amazing show.
Oh, it could be worse. She could have been an hour late.
She could have been out late. At least we're inside and it wasn't hot and sweating. But
That is true.
so when we let's transition from there to kind of thinking about our first segment, which is around social media, right? Stuff that you, I guess, don't post on social media. We always, I guess we have this service and this duty as social media people to we tend to post our best, right? And we talked about this a few episodes ago where social media can seem kind of fake because most people are only posting the good things. You know, people will post breakups or deaths, but they rarely ever post just like the bad things or when things are going wrong or when they seem off, because making one wrong post may seem like everything's blowing up, and we talked about how that could be like the rabbit trail of like somebody reaching out or needing attention. Do you ever kind of think back and you know you have this post ready to go and you decide to not post it? Like, has that ever come across to like maybe it was too dark or maybe it was too sad or
Oh yeah.
whatever it might be? Has that happened for you?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah,
All the time.
not anymore, but it happened a lot. Especially when I was younger. I would I would write like nonsense and be like, wait a minute, I can't be posting all that. And then like now I see I'm more censored and like, oh, I think I shouldn't be posting certain things. Just I think they should be, more, for myself or the ones close to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking through my Instagram today in preparation for this segment, and I was like, I haven't posted a lot actual posts. Like, I've posted a lot of stories, but I haven't posted a lot of actual posts at all. So, I was like,
pictures or videos?
Yeah, no, or collections. I used to do photo dumps of what I was doing and where I was, and I hadn't done that at all. This year, the last time I did it was the end of last year when I was up in New York for New Year's. So I was like, man, there's a lot I guess I don't post.
I feel like I'm the same way because I was a person who used to post multiple times a day after, every event that I was at or I went to, or I would post while I was there, always checking in. And like even right now, Katy Perry's bit was a few days ago and I still haven't posted it. And I find myself now being so bad at posting. And it's not that I don't want to. Like I do enjoy posting because one, it updates my family, with pictures especially of my kids. But I also love the memories aspect of it where, 5-10 years, I'll get a memory. And I don't really get those as much anymore because I don't post. And now all of a sudden I have 1,500 pictures in my phone and I'm running out of space. So I have to upload them to storage and now they're not in my phone anymore. So they're never going to get posted. And, years go by where it's minimal posting, maybe just happy birthdays or something like that. And I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of memories for the future by not posting. And it's not even about me or for my family anymore, but it's more just for the future so I can see these posts again.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I'm thankful that stories come back around, I think, especially on Snapchat. So that's cool. But yeah, things I don't post though. I don't post Sam a lot. I don't, if I'm I used to post her a lot when we were going out to Magic games and stuff. But now that, she'll be 16 in November. I'm she's almost her own person. I don't feel right, posting her and what she's up to. That's a.
So you don't post her on behalf of her privacy?
Yeah. I mean, I send my family pictures and stuff, but I don't post her mostly because and also there's a lot of creepers out there, so I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want her to have to deal with any of that either. So,
trust me, I've seen it all. I have friends out there who they'll post pictures of their kids, but they'll always either blur out the face or put a sticker over it, or the picture will always just be the kid from behind or the kid from the side where you never actually see that kid's face. Or I have friends who only post hands or arms. Because the same thing that they realize right now that their kid is not old enough to make that decision of, hey, do you want this picture on the internet for the rest of your life? So they wait and they respect that age privacy and they wait until the kid is old enough to say, hey, do you want these pictures on the internet?
Yeah, I wasn't conscious enough of it earlier on, but I grew up.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very interesting thing to think about because, if it was me, I wish I had that. There's so many times where I will be on social media and I'll see pictures of my kids or something, and our parents, they just didn't have that, right? Everything was you took a regular picture and you printed it and you put it in a scrapbook and you had to hope that you kept that scrapbook for 30 plus years. Even if you were moving or what, I know that people have had fires, they've lost items, floods or whatever. And for me, I would love to, I go home sometimes. I'm like, hey mom, do you have any pictures of me as a kid that you could share? And it's always a whole thing oh, I don't know. Or maybe let me go grab this box and then look into this book and then look into this book. And now 6 hours are by and we have 17 bins in the room and we have books everywhere trying to find hey, this one picture or this two pictures. So I would have loved to turn like 16 and my parents be like, hey, here's a login to a Facebook account that's private and
iCloud.
here's pictures for you.
Okay, that's different. I mean, if they're all private, but you're not posting that, you know what I mean? Those aren't posts.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are private.
That's-
so I just like,
true.
you have my iCloud. Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not. iCloud's different because it's not as organized, I guess. I don't know. Because I started. Can it? I don't have
it. Yeah, well, now it's down to like facial recognition and all that. So people, so it's real intuitive. But yeah, no, now it's like, yeah, no, that the having it all in one place would be nice for sure. My mom though knows exactly where all those photos are. They're buried in a closet, but they're all. She knows exactly where those photos albums are and has no problem busting them out to embarrass me at any chance she gets.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about it like that. I still post my kids all the time. They love to be posted. They love to, know when the family is liking or seeing their pictures. And
yeah, Sam was the same way.
A part of it. Yeah.
See, yeah, Sam was the same way. Like early on, but like now that she, like I said, she's almost an adult. So I'm like, this is and I guess I stopped probably a few years ago. Like when I started coaching softball, when I couldn't take photos and things like that, I was too worried about coaching. Like I was like hyper focused on that. So no photos were being posted then. Maybe like on like opening day or something, But even then, like I said, I would look back. I was like, there's no real posts. Not really from this year, and even last year there's just a few. Most of my stuff's gym stuff, and like books and where I'm at. That's that's it. So I don't post a lot.
Do you ever think that is maybe a detriment to your future? To where you're 50 years old, 60 years old, and you would love to see like this memory pop up of, a softball game or something?
Yeah, sure. But like I said, the photo album, like in my phone,
how often
it does it.
How often
it does it every day. It changes. Like there's a main photo, right? When you like in the main thing that changes daily. So I mean, it could be anyone that's in that photo album. So or anything. So it's super nice. But no, yeah, it could be. I'm not opposed to posting things. Like I would like to get better about doing it. Like I need to, especially with some of the stuff I got going on. Like I'm going to, like I have to do it multiple times a day. And as much as I'm dreading that, so my personal one probably won't get nearly as much stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like having a second job, or it's another responsibility on top of everything else that we're already doing. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, you're like, my God, all of this to just like put stuff out there on social media, and that's another like undertaking of this podcast, right? This isn't just show up and have these conversations, but now we're recording, and now we're expanding on social media, and it's like, all right, well, we got to take care of this in this time frame because we only have a certain amount of hours before the podcast drops, or there has to be posts made about it to help market and to help people see. So I think that a lot of people look at social media as like, hey, this is a great platform personally, but when you try and turn that into like a business, it becomes a whole different lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And there's people who treat their lives, influencers as business, and they hope they have to like post multiple times, multiple videos a day, and it's definitely draining and taxing. And there becomes like a mental stoppage, I think, at some point, and that becomes like a mental drain on you is just social media.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not real. It's not real life, and that's the hard part. It's like it's not real life. What are some things you like? What do you avoid posting now?
I don't think that I avoid posting anything that maybe I wouldn't have previously, or that I'm not open to. I do post my kids. I do post my ups and downs. I try to keep my posts, more positive than not. But I just think my thing is I'm not posting at all anymore. Like I really like the last 2 years we've gone to the Renaissance Festival, and I have great pictures, and I'm like, man, I want to post these, and I just haven't. And it's not because I don't want to. It's not that I'm hiding anything, but I haven't had the time.
Yeah.
Do you think that keeping certain things, so we talk about the two aspects of it. It's like, do you not have the time, or do you just not want to post this? Do you think that there's certain times where you choose to keep something offline? Does that help you mentally, or are you just hiding the fact and trying to repress it more?
Well, I guess it depends what it is. Are you hiding it, or are you trying to get attention? Like, that's a lot of the times, like, I was posting like sad stuff, or like anything really. It's to get a reaction, right? So when I took a step back and I was looking at it, I'm like, why am I doing this? And if it became I'm doing this for attention, then I'm like, don't post it. Like, I've never been that person seeking attention. When did this happen? So is it because of this social media stuff? So, and it's like, maybe like I've always wanted to be, accepted and liked, but at the same time, I don't necessarily need to let every aspect of my life out on social media. It's probably for the better if you keep some of it close to the vest, because there's no coming back from once it's out there,
And I think that's the fine line in the sand is, and because we've covered this before, where it's like, at what point am I reaching out for help and support, and at what point am I reaching out and just feeling like a nuance that is inundating people and crying again,
Well, not even a new nuisance or like inundating anyone. Just like I'm doing all this because I want someone to say something to me, or I want somebody to see like, oh, are you okay? So I can have a conversation, and so I can make someone feel bad with me or for me, So it's like, why am I doing that? That is not what I've ever done. So why am I doing that now? And so but that was a while ago, and now I just post things like, even if it seems like I'm sad or things like that, I'm generally not. It's just something I relate to now. Like, and the algorithm just loves to keep feeding you stuff when you're feeling certain types of ways. So it's like, insane. Okay, yeah, I can relate to this, but I don't necessarily feel that way right now. So. Yeah.
It is incredible how you say or feel, or maybe you'll make a post in that moment, and that's your emotion, and then all of a sudden you refresh your feed and it's 16 videos on this topic, and you're like, I haven't seen this on my feed ever, and now it's instantly all I'm getting. It's
great. Yeah, exactly. Have you seen John Smith? He also is a sad boy, and he's going to tell you why he's sad, and then it's just like, oh, okay, yeah. I obviously I made up that name. I don't know most of these influencers by names. I just see their videos. I'm like, I like this video. He's spitting fire. This guy. What is he? Oh heck yeah, I can relate.
The flip side of that is when you're down, and maybe you're in your dark point. How do you handle seeing the perfect post, from all these people online, and does that affect you in any way?
Oh, of course. It's always like, well, when do I get that, or when do I stop getting tested? And at the same time, I'm like, well, I'm being prepared for something. So one day.
Yeah.
One day I'll be able to post these posts, and then I probably won't. I'll be too busy enjoying and doing those things. So, Yeah, no, I mean, but I don't compare. Like, if anything, it's like good for them in one day. Like, or that there's no way, or like that's not real.
There's only a few people that I dislike in the sense that when I see something right for them, I'm like, fuck that person. like,
well, why are you following
show me all your baggage. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe at one point we were friends, or maybe at one point we were connected. I don't unfollow a lot of people anymore.
Everybody's winning. I want everybody's winning. Like,
but other than that, I support most of the people. 98% of the people that I follow and see, even if I haven't talked to them in a while, I still support. And if I see them, like one of my friends got married the other day, who I haven't talked to in a while, and I was like, hell yeah, good for her.
Nice.
And,
I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody. I don't follow anybody that I'm like, their post is gonna make me mad. Like that, their happy post is gonna make me mad. It's like, why? Like, that's too much energy, bro.
And we talked about last episode. I used to be a big troll, big pity person, not pity, petty, big petty troll on Facebook.
Pity?
Yeah,
you're looking for pity?
No pity, very petty. C-Rod of old was very, very petty. Any last question on this? Any funny pictures or like ridiculous videos you never posted because they were a little bit too weird? Yeah,
no, they're saved as Snapchat. Like, those are just like, because the ones that you can, the ones that go away, they're there for 24 hours and they're gone, or you set the time limit. You can only watch it once. Yeah, quite a few. I think there's one of me. I think I might have been drinking. I don't know, but I was dabbing, and I was just going back and forth. Like, I was also like 300 pounds. Yeah, dude. I was also like 300 pounds with a comb over. It's a sight, and I get reminded of it constantly on Snapchat. So that will never see like social media to where like it won't see stories. It just gets sent to groups. Of people that were there, What about you?
I'm the opposite. Everybody hated me back in the day because I would take all of the pictures. I would have hundreds of pictures, and like if you were to go back into my Facebook, you'd see I have albums from like 06, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they're listed by events, and some of them are like fraternity parties or anything but clothes parties. 20 so many 20 and 21-year-old birthday parties, so people are blacked out, and it's just hilarious. Like, I got a picture of one of my buddies out on the basketball court at the fraternity house with a backwards hat on and his underwear. He lost some challenge or something, and that picture pops up, and I always send it to him. He was like, God damn it, like why is this picture on the internet?
I am so thankful you were not in my, there's no photos of like any of that stuff. Like, the photos are from like intramurals, like nothing, like nothing like that. Like, there'd be plenty of photos like that. I know for a fact there was one, there should have been a photo of me passed out at one of our parties in my fraternity letters. Like, it was out 2 hours into this party. So no, like, thank goodness you were not. Oh God, that sounds terrible. Your poor frat brothers. Like, I'm just envisioning all of like. Thank goodness,
dude. There's a cruise a spring break cruise we went on where I had a portable handheld camera, and that thing was in every room at every minute, capturing these people and these drugs and like these things,
dude. That's crazy.
Dude, we used to have a rewatch party like every year and rewatch that video just because it was so
crazy,
epic, and it's just like it'll never see the light of day. I still have the tape, because we got it digitally recorded, but it's just like things like that. Like, people don't walk around with handheld cameras anymore. Granted, that's what our phone is, but this was with me the entire cruise, every room, every minute. It was a great time.
That is absolutely nuts.
A great time, but also a time that we had to spend with people. Now, there's two aspects of being around people. Sometimes it can recharge you. Sometimes it can drain you. What does it come to for you, Nick, for alone time versus people time? Like, if you need to recharge, are you trying to get together with your friends to play video games, or, are you locking yourself in the house and putting a movie on, hanging with your cat, whatever it might be? Is it alone time or is it people time?
I think it depends on what I'm going through. Lately, like, if I'm going through like relationship stuff, I want to be by myself. I want to sit in it. I want to work through it, get through it as fast as possible. I also don't want to be around people that might not be having the best of times in relationships, because then your mindset's not in the right place, or it can get in a bad place. So, I tried, even if I could be in the best relationship in the world and everyone around me is in a bad one, and then you start questioning yours. So,
yeah,
at that point, I want to be by myself. But if that's going good, and I'm work's got me down 1,000%. Be around my boys, do anything, video games, go listen to live music. I'm a big person of like going out and listening to live music. So even if it's just local, I do that. Try to do that as often as I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me to recharge lately, alone time's been pretty good. I've gotten very productive. When I was younger, I hated being alone. I hated the silence. I hated the quiet. I was not an only child, so quiet was not something I ever had growing up. It wasn't something I had even in college. It was, adulthood, and after, even marriage, and then divorce, when I finally was alone for the first time in the quiet, and I hated it. I was like, this is miserable. And then I found the solace in it. Like, this is like my fortress of solitude, right? Yeah. Right. Like nobody can get me here.
I think it changes your perspective when you can look at being alone as like a productive time instead of a loneliness time. Because last week I said the same thing, where one of my biggest fears when I think deep down into it is probably being alone. And like, even if I'm dead tired, seeing people or being on Xbox with people can just make me feel in a better light, a better sense. I know that when I'm having a bad day, I love that I work from home, because like, if I'm having a bad day or a bad meeting, I can just open the door and go get a hug from Carter or from Tegan if she's home from school, and just like have those little humans there to make me feel happier. And I remember how bad it used to suck, like when I lived at my apartment and I was alone by myself and I had nobody to like either celebrate those wins with or just get, a reassuring hug from. I think that at least for me, no matter what, people time will always be my go-to and my recharger.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to get hugs and all that, but what happens when that's not there, or that gets taken away? So then it's like, well, then how do I still feel good when that's not there?
Yeah.
And so like, I unfortunately had to deal with that early on in life.
The overthinking that we talked about too.
Yeah, well, right. Well, aside from the overthinking, like what happened, like they grow up, they leave, right? So not to fault their own, they'll always be around, but they leave. So like, that isn't like, for me, when I did that and I lost it abruptly, I lost myself completely. Like, who am I? I don't have all of this. So then it's like, well, I'm not that. That is a part of me, but that is not who I am. Like, I am a dad, but that is not that. I don't know. it's not what drives. It drives me. It's not what makes me. It makes me have all of it, but it's just there. They don't have to be there to have those feelings. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
No, it's
always
valid.
there.
If you had to pick one for the rest of your life, would it be always being surrounded by people or always alone?
Yeah. But people, yeah, no, I rather wait, there's no alone time ever, ever.
Is this Big Brother? Are you watching me take a shit?
Oh no, not even that, but I don't get alone time ever,
No, you get alone time, but you're always surrounded by people.
People. I enjoy people. For the most part, I want to be around them. But if everyone around me is having a bad time, I don't necessarily want to be around them. Right? I don't necessarily want to be doing that. Or even if a few of them, and we're all trying, it's a mindset thing. So I don't necessarily want to put myself in that mindset. If I don't have to, but for the most part, I want to be around people if I have that choice. Yeah, I would love a hug. Love a hug.
I'd love a hug, virtual hug, for hand hug.
There we go.
Have you ever? And I guess this will probably be my last dark question. But have you ever gone down a dark hole, a dark spiral, where you wanted nothing to do with anyone? And what I guess my question is, what's the longest time frame that you've gone without having a meaningful in-person interaction? And I'm not just talking going to the gas station, getting gas, and somebody waves hi to you, but what's the longest that you just kept to yourself because you were in a spiral and just didn't want to talk to literally anybody?
Outside of work, we're not talking going to work, because I guess you have meaningful conversations at work even when you don't want to.
From a personal perspective, work, you got to go to work. You have to have that conversation, but then when you weren't working, you were probably sticking to yourself and not talking to anybody.
Yeah, probably maybe a month.
Damn.
Where I didn't just maybe it definitely a few weeks where I just didn't talk. It's hard though with my group of friends. You're not getting that long without someone reaching out and someone So it probably couldn't have been a month. Realistically, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Realistically, there's no way that the group of friends I have would have let it be in a month with nobody. No one heard from me. What would have happened was they would have started texting each other, "Hey, have you heard from him?" or whatever. And if they all figured out no, they would have just shown up. So.
I'd say I'm probably in agreement there. Probably about 2 weeks of being able to shut myself down while I figured my own shit out before, same thing. People they'll get out of the group chat, and they'll reach out to you directly and be like, "Hey, haven't heard from you. What's going on?" I'd say probably 2 weeks is a month. That's a long time.
Yeah, I would like this to be I can be a month without talking to anybody, but realistically, at this point in my life, I don't think there's anyone I know that would allow me to go a month without talking to anyone.
Speaking of talking to people, I'm getting better at these segues. We just recently started talking about the TV show Big Brother, which we are caught up now. Maybe we didn't watch one. What's today? There was one yesterday, right? On Monday or on Monday? Sunday. I don't know. I'm still learning the schedule, but that kind of brings me up to guilty pleasures, right? We talk about watching Big Brother or watching all these reality drama TV shows that are out there, or listening to Backstreet Boys or NSYNC in our 30s, right? These guilty pleasures.
Yeah, that would be one.
It's fun to think about, how many people, I remember back in the day when Jersey Shore was a thing, and I know it's still a thing, but I never, ever watched that show. I'm so happy to say I've probably seen 3, maybe 4 episodes in passing when people at the fraternity house or something were watching it. But, there would always be people like, oh, my guilty pleasure is Jersey Shore. I watch that and I just don't tell anybody. What's something that I don't know. What's a guilty pleasure of yours? I don't care if it's food, music, TV, a habit. Let's start
I have
this off
I have a few. I mean,
a few.
I have a few. Yeah, sure. One of my favorite things is terrible dating shows. It's one of my go-to, and I mean terrible. And it started on MTV with Next and
oh man,
what was
Next?
The one with the room raiders.
Wasn't there one Date My Parents too?
Oh, I don't even remember that one, but that sounds great. But lately, so HBO had F Boy Island, which was pretty cool. There was 10 self-proclaimed F boys and 10 self-proclaimed good guys, and there was 3 women that had to weed out the bad guys, or they didn't have to weed out the bad guys, but if they chose to leave with a bad guy, they had to. The bad guy got to choose what to do with the 100,000. He could take it all for himself, or he could choose to split it. And if they picked a good guy, they would just split the money and they would go off and enjoy life. And it was great. And then there was 2 seasons of that, and then they made it F Girl Island, where 3 guys got to pick from 20 girls. So I watched that. That was great. I watched The Circle on Netflix, which is a social media where they just text. It's all posts on social media, so you could be whoever. We could catfish as celebrities. Dating? No, that one's just a regular. That one's not a dating one, but Love Is Blind. That one's not too terrible. Too Hot to Handle? That's great. It's about sexed up 20-somethings that think they're going on an island that are just going to be able to run through everyone, and there's a cash pot that anytime they kiss or anything, the money goes down. So at certain points,
what's it
called? That one's Too Hot to Handle.
Too Hot to Handle. I think is that on Netflix? Maybe.
Yeah.
I think I've seen.
Netflix has a lot of these. But then Big Brother, I watch Big Brother every summer. That's been a thing. My parents watch it. Me and my parents talk about it. Sam used to watch it. She's too busy right now, so she catches it every once in a while. But
I used to watch Big Brother back in high school. So when Nicole and I were dating, her and Ashley, they would always have watch parties, and Kayla and everybody would watch Big Brother. So I started getting into it back in high school. But I think after we stopped dating, so in college, I just never ended up picking it back up. And then I got rid of cable. And so I never watched Big Brother up until recently. Callie and I were looking for something to watch. And I was like, hey, there used to be this show called Big Brother. Would you want to check it out? And we ended up watching just a random season 19, come to find out that they're at season 27 and it's still live on Paramount. And so we blew through season 19 and she's like, oh, I like that. Let's watch another one. So we watched season 20 and she's like, well, no, let's catch up and watch the live one so we could do America's Voting and all of that. So now we just blew through the latest season and caught up before.
Who's your favorite?
Keanu.
Yeah. Keanu's. Stop nominating that dude. Leave that dude alone. He's a bad man. Leave that dude alone.
He's said some choice things.
Sure,
but
we all would have in anger. Come on,
I get so mad at that show, and I'm like,
I found out
if I was on that show, I would tell these people it's just a fucking game. They're always like, oh, this person, Vince is playing all sides of the house. Well, so are you. So is everybody else. It's the game.
You can't get caught playing both sides, bro. You got to be smooth about it. You got to be the jolly, likable guy. Like Will, dude. Will's a sleeper. I think that old man's gonna do well. I think that old
he can't win a competition.
I don't think he has to. Ava can't either. I mean, really.
Well, she won one. They haven't done any physical competition. It's been all.
You haven't watched Sunday. You didn't
Puzzles.
watch Sunday. You didn't watch Sunday
Okay.
then.
Then there's finally a physical competition
Well,
after
there was
17 episodes.
OTEP. There was
That's
that,
not
and then
physical. You run down a slide, you pick up something. And
it
then
is
that's more of a
physical. And then
memory game.
Sunday did the wall hang for head of
finally.
household. They did wall
Finally.
hang for head of household.
So did Keanu win?
Mm-mm.
Fuck.
Mm-mm. It's terrible. Who do you think won? Because you're gonna be pissed.
Well, if it's terrible, it's probably somebody like Ashley or Mickey. Ava can't win. Who is it?
It's
Just
a
tell me.
dude. It was a dude.
It's a dude?
Mhm.
Is it Riley?
Riley's gone.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Vince.
Well, why is that terrible? That's good for Keanu.
Because is it? I mean, it's fine for Keanu. It's fine.
That's all that
He's
matters,
fine
is
for
it's
right
fine
now
for
because
Keanu.
he's got a bunch of people liking him finally because he's a
I like
monster.
Vince.
I've liked
I
him
like
from
Vince.
jump. I don't like Vince. I hate Vince. I liked Riley. I think Riley
Riley.
going home for Vince was bullshit, and yeah, that was
Yeah,
terrible.
well, the other I forgot what I was gonna say.
Guilty
I blanked
pleasures.
out. Well, I was gonna say something else about Big Brother, but I completely forgot. But the other guilty pleasure show.
Sorry. Well, let me go back to Big Brother real quick. What last thing? I watched it forever, and I thought like the only money was like you make it to jury and all that, like you win. But apparently they get $1,000 a week. So now I'm just like, I'm gonna start auditioning to get on this fucking thing every summer. I'll be the old man who's there. I don't care. I'll be the 40-year-old.
Yeah, but that's nothing. Like, what if you're there for 3 weeks? That's $3,000.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Like by that, dude. It's fine. I don't. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough to pay bills. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I could take vacation, which I'll get. You know what I mean? Dude, they would be crazy not to let me go on Big Brother. You know how much money that would bring? Get out of here. Yeah.
Well, the other
Exposure.
crazy TV show that we just watched is Temptation Island. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
So that is
Terrible. It's just terrible.
I
Why
said
would
to
you
Callie,
do
I was
that?
like, all these people that come on, they're like, oh, he's cheated on me 3 times and I need him
Gonna
to
do it again.
prove that I'm worth it. So I'm going to
Nah.
go put him in a house with 15 other girls and see if he cheats on me. And then when he cheats on you, you get all fucking upset. Like, oh my God, I can't believe he cheated on me. Oh, you didn't think that that's what was going to happen?
Fucking
Yeah.
terrible. Dude,
The dude that cheated on you 4 times in a year isn't going to cheat on you with living with 15 hot ass girls?
Has a single relationship ever come out of that show? I don't think so. I think they all cheat. I've never seen a single one not.
Well, the crazy thing is every season, one person proposes. There's always, it's not like an actual thing. I don't know if maybe they just did that because it started happening and they made it a thing. But at the end of a season, there's always one couple that proposes, and sometimes they stay together, and sometimes they don't.
Has anyone ever stayed together from Temptation Island?
Dude, it's...
This is why we need
we-
Jamie. Where the fuck is Jamie?
We were watching this one season where this guy and this girl come in, and they're like, oh, we're not going to cheat. We love each other. And the very first night, she goes and bangs some dude. And then it's like the first highlight. So like a week into this thing, she's already cheated, and the other guy knows that she's banging this other dude, and instantly she's like, "Oh my God, I feel so bad. I feel so sorry." And then like he starts hooking up with other girls, and she's like, "How could you? How could you hook up with these other girls? All I did was sleep with them one time." And it's absolutely insane that they think that this is how they're going to fix their relationship by putting their spouse in a house with these banging ass other people for weeks on an island.
Spouse in a house, dude. You're cat in the hat, dude. Spouse in a house. That's incredible. I don't think
Any
men
weird
to do that either.
Any weird routines?
Routines.
Yeah. I like to think I
Trying
don't
to
really
think.
do anything weird.
I'm like Oreo. I'm trying to think like if I eat Oreos weird or like anything like that. I'm like, no, there's nothing like I have to do this. in
What's
order
eating
to
an Oreo
eat.
weird? Like taking the Oreo apart and then licking the inside?
I think any way other than just if you dunk it in milk, dunking it in milk and then eating it, or just eating it is weird. I think like, if you do anything to an Oreo outside of just eating it or dunking it and eating it, it's weird. We're not children. Stop playing with your food.
Oh my god.
What about you? You have any weird routines? No.
I don't
I'm trying to
think
think.
so.
I have things.
I hope that I'm not that weird of a person.
Maybe like batting. Did you have any weird like batting routines? I mean, even that, I don't think I didn't do anything weird. I think I touched the
No.
outside corner and then.
That's just a routine. I don't think that's weird. And it also wasn't a daily habit. It was just
Nah.
playing sports.
No, I mean
Okay,
I have to make your bed. I mean, that's
I've done this before where I've judged like somebody else's guilty pleasure, and then I secretly maybe went home and watched it. Was like, oh, you're so gay for watching that show or whatever, like whatever it is, and then I'll go and I'll check it out. And I'm like, oh, somebody said something about this. Let me watch it. I'm like, oh, I see.
I love. No, I don't yuck anyone's yum. That's can't yuck their yum, man. No, love on the spectrum. Great watch.
Love on the Spectrum. I know what it is, but I've never seen it.
That's great. There's also there was like a Down syndrome one from like London, and that one was great. It had a bunch of it was mostly boys with Down syndrome, but the whole show was great.
Interesting.
Trying to find love, dating. It's great. I'm like, oh man, everyone deserves love.
Trying to find love on the spectrum. Love
Even
on the
me.
Spectrum. I deserve it too. Well,
I deserve it too. Probably not as much as those people, but
we definitely want to hear your guilty pleasures. It was fun. It's always fun when the fans interact. It was fun to understand what side you were on for Backstreet Boys or NSYNC.
oh yeah,
Eminem or MGK. There's people who are already putting in feedback. People want to hear the Facebook memories, the post. They want to hear that bit again, that segment again. People are already giving feedback about like new things to talk about. So, we want to hear your guilty pleasures. DM us at CrodsPod on Instagram. Maybe we'll read some during a fans only show or OnlyFans show, whatever it might be. But comment on the post, tag us, shoot us
Hashtag.
a DM. We want to hear from you guys. If any part of today's episode, hit home in any way. I know it was a much lighter episode. It was a much less chaotic than we've had over the last few weeks, but share it with a friend. Again, tag us on Instagram at CrodsPod. Help us keep the conversation going. The traction for last episode was through the roof. You guys are only giving more positive feedback, and I feel like we're starting to hit a stride here. We do drop new episodes every Thursday morning, 8 a.m. We are live on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeart. If there is a story, a topic, or something, or you just need to vent, email us, crodspod@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. We are here to talk to or talk for you. As always, our safe space is your outlet. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. Nick, I appreciate you being here. Any last words before we wrap everything up?
No, it was good to be back to normal. It felt normal again.
How did it feel to make
with
your
just
first
the two of us
episode?
Oh, it was good. I'm looking forward to the next one. I like I'm more personal stuff, getting more deep and personal.
I love it
with you. So
getting personal with you, baby.
Ooh.
And with that, until next time, live fast, eat ass, or just check on your people more often.
We're not perfect. Them demons watching, but they will not stop.